Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's Father's Day Weekend Edition. Thanks so much for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of a special celebration at home that features ribs, smoked baby back ribs. So, certainly as a dad, some of my favorites. Thanks for coming along for the ride. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We've got a delicious meal for you tonight. I've jumped ahead a little bit and put the ribs in the oven. So on a baking sheet, 400 degrees, and I'm going to finish the appetizer and the main course at the same time. So I would encourage you to take your time, do the appetizer first, and then roll into the main course when you're done. It's pretty easy to do. So I've put the ribs in maybe about 4 or 5 minutes ago. I've got a timer going on, and it's going to tell me when to take them out and do the basting. And we're going to do that twice so that it's got that nice sticky coating on it and makes it just so delicious. Um, the first thing I'm going to do is you want to get your coleslaw dressing and toss it with your coleslaw, some salt and pepper, and give that a stir because that's going to help break down the vegetables while the rest is happening. Make sure to give it a really good stir so that everything gets coated nicely and the veg will break down like that. The next thing to do, I am going to add here, I'm just trying to think of the timing. So 10, 18, 8. We're going to wait a couple minutes on putting the fish cakes in, the fish croquettes, the smoked fish croquettes. What I can do is toss the asparagus and snap peas with the vinaigrette. So the vinaigrettes will be packed separately so you'll know when to do it. That's the ginger lime dressing. And again, we're going to add some salt and pepper to it. And I can borrow some tongs over here and give it a little stir. And again, this will break down the veg a little bit and make it really nice. Now, we're going to put the fish cakes in. The fish croquettes, I should say, the smoked fish croquettes on a baking sheet. Away we go. One thing I do want to look up because we need to add the carrots and we're going to put it in for the last 12 minutes. So pretty soon, I am going to be adding these things. Why don't you just mix it in the box that came with? A little bit of neutral oil, so canola or grapeseed oil, vegetable oil. Don't forget the salt and pepper. And this way, you don't dirty another mixing bowl. Now, they've already been roasted. And so this is just going to finish them off, give them a nice little char and warm them up. So I'm going to throw those in just a couple minutes on the rib platter before we do the basting. So next we want to take our whipped feta and we're going to put this on the bottom of the plate. And you want it to come up to room temperature. So if you're watching this in advance, which I hope you are, then make sure to come up to room temperature, probably about 45 minutes. And that way it can have a nice soft texture to it. Because it's still probably a little sticky for me. I probably rushed it a little bit, but by the time it gets to the table, it will be nice and soft for our salad on top. All right. All right, so let me do the carrots now. It might be off by a minute or so, but that is okay. Those ribs, by the way, smell amazing. The chef sent me with some extra ribs because he knows how much I love them and how much our son loves them, and my wife. But, really, this is all about for our son. So that goes back in, and when the timer goes off, hey, Google, set another timer for 6 minutes. I forgot to put a second timer in when the smoked fish croquettes went in there. So now they'll be coming out about 6 minutes from now. So why don't we go ahead and get started on the dessert? So you can bring it out of the fridge just before. So serve chilled. Plating a tart. Here, let me move over here so you can see it a little bit better. I really like using these sort of shallow pasta bowls, but a plate will do just fine. And then we're going to add the macerated strawberries on top. And they've been macerated with a little tarragon and mirin. If you're unfamiliar with mirin, then it is some Japanese rice wine. And it's got a real nice sweetness to it. And you can just pour that over top if you like. And then next up, we're going to drizzle the strawberry sauce on top and around. It's so pretty. Strawberries are always the first sign that, spring is really happening when we're getting some local strawberries. And then, of course, we've got the caramel crunch on top of this. I'm going to save some for my son because he's out at a running club tonight. So interesting what they do when they're 20 years old. Clean that up a little bit. And there is our beautiful dessert. Strawberry and lemon tart with a tarragon macerated strawberries and almond caramel crunch. Okay. So I've got a bowl ready with my cashews to be tossed with the spiced carrots. And the whipped feta is on the plate. I can go ahead and plate the rest of the appetizer. The onions are supposed to go in to that as well. There will be a little juice in that, and that's just fine. Hey, Google, off. Hey, Google, set another timer for 4 minutes. This is where we do the first of the 2-stage process for basting the ribs. So make sure to save some barbecue sauce for the second round. I should have gotten some extra barbecue sauce from the chef, but I will make do. So I think he sent me enough for 2 ribs, but we have 4. There's always extra, so not a bad thing, but I want to make sure that I don't overuse the barbecue sauce on the first round. So I got to make sure to leave half for the second round. All right, looking good. Smelling great. That smokiness is permeating the whole house, which is lovely. Okay, appetizer. So we want to mix the asparagus and the red onion and the snap peas in the vinaigrette. Plate this over top. And then we're going to add the fish croquettes when they come out of the oven. By the way, the wines, a couple beautiful ones, so I hope that you ordered the wine pairing options with them. And I'm just going to give the coleslaw another stir again. The more it macerates there, the more tasty it will be. So the croquettes, the smoked fish croquettes are just going to go on top, and then we're going to hit it with a little fresh dill. The chef sent me a little more dill than I think we need. We just need a little bit less than that, but that's okay. Okay, dessert's done. Oh yeah, I forgot about the grits. So the grits you want to put in a pan over medium-low heat. And I have added some milk or water to it to soften them up, but I think I might have added a little too much. So I am going to drain some of that. Let me grab a slotted spoon here. That's what I'm looking for. It has lots of butter and dairy in it, and you want it to be moist, but you don't want it to be runny like it was there. So I'm going to leave that behind so that we can give it a stir, and I can turn that down now. And it'll make this really nice creamy deliciousness. So let me look ahead to see when we add that. Plate the grits on one side and the slaw beside. So I can go ahead and plate the slaw. Hey Google, how much time's left on the 8-minute timer? I wonder if Google failed me here and canceled both of my timers. There we go. Hey Google, off. Okay, I think the croquettes are going to be fine. Hey Google, off. I think they both just went. Okay, so 4 minutes left on the ribs. So we're going to give them another little baste. This looks and smells amazing. This is the difference between, hey Google, off. I'm doing well on the timers today. All right, so our appetizer, I think we are ready to go. So 3 little smoked croquettes per dish. Try to spread them out so that you can see the beautiful veg underneath. I think this is going to be my magic Instagram plating. As he says, and things start to fall apart. Sort of build a little platform for it there. Always good to hit it with a little bit more salt on top. And then the fresh dill, of which we have way too much. And maybe it's just because I'm not as much of a dill fan as some people are. Make sure to sprinkle it some on the whipped feta underneath. Because it really pops against the white. Beautiful. Always clean up your plate. And that is good to go. Well, almost good to go. All right, so there is our smoked fish croquettes, done with the asparagus and snap peas and the pickled red onion and the whipped feta and the ginger lime vinaigrette. And get that out of there. That's over here. You know what I'm going to do? Because our son's out at the running class, I don't want the tart to get too warm for him, so we're going to put that in the fridge. And I think we're close enough that we can pull the carrots out and give them a toss with the cashews. I guess I can get rid of this guy. And start plating the grits as well. So yeah, I've got a slotted spoon here because I definitely added a little too much milk. So I'll ask the chef to adjust his liquid down a little bit. And the carrots are going to be plated on top of the grits. And then the ribs beside. There we go. Let's get a little trivet. Don't mess up the countertop. And clean that up a little bit. Okay. That is looking fabulous. All right. So first, take the carrots, toss them in here. And for those with nut allergies, you can just skip the cashews. But otherwise, give them a toss. and put them right there. And the cashew provides a really nice crunch to everything. Beautiful. And now for our ribs. This looks so good. I think we got everything. So here we have the smoked baby back ribs with the maple and whiskey barbecue sauce, hominy grits, coleslaw, spiced cashew roasted carrots. Oh, and the delicious wines, the Antmore Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, and this gorgeous Primitivo from Southern Italy. It smells smoky and delicious. Happy Father's Day weekend to all the dads out there. Thanks again for letting us be a part of it. And we're very grateful for all of your support. We hope to see you in the restaurant or back again. I think our next one is going to be Thanksgiving. So enjoy the summer if we don't talk to you beforehand. And thanks for joining us.